floors of hell. Good luck. Call 10216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Some things are too good to be true. This thing is too true to be good.
The Alan Cox Show.
True that.
On 100.7 WMMS.
I got more money for it in about 8 minutes. $1,000 from the Buzzard bookie, closer to 5:30. We're inching ever closer to the beginning of the weekend, the Bill Squire Friday Get Down.
Oh, I'm ready.
You don't even have to wait another hour to begin the weekend. I understand that there are some people who've probably already gotten the weekend going, but you know what we call that? Illegitimate. Fake news. Because the Bill Squire Friday Get Down is how it all gets going around here. Sure, you can be doing something else, but people who know, they know. Speaking of getting down, Eric is one of our bureau chiefs in Pittsburgh, and he goes, hey, man, have you ever seen the Cops episode from 1991? And I have. One of my go-to references is Donnie, get down off of there. And it's not Donnie, it's Charlie.
Oh.
Charlie, get down off of there. There's a guy on, I think, the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Now, this was many years before I lived in Pittsburgh. And I was only there for 8 years. But hearing that accent, it's like a warm blanket when I hear that. And so, yeah, they did, I mean, multiple episodes of Cops in Cleveland, in Pittsburgh. You know, like just a year apart, they would go back to the well with some of these.
There's plenty of things going on. Lots of things to film if you're on Cops.
So if we were doing this at my old station, it would be the Bill Squire Friday Get Down.
Galaga, galaga, galaga.
Galaga, galaga, you dummies.
It's Friday, dummies.
Yeah, jabroni jagoffs. Get down.
Charles, please! Charles, come on down, please! Come talk to me!
Once he got down off the bridge, he told me he don't remember climbing up onto the
That's
bridge.
the cop, by the way. That's the cop. Once he got down off the bridge, he didn't want to do anything.
One of the people, yeah.
He was right. Born and raised out there in Monroeville. Wanted to be part of PPD as long as I can remember.
He told me he don't remember climbing up onto the bridge. That he was drinking. And he felt all alone. But he did sober up while he was up there, and he was scared to death to come down.
There she says down. I think maybe she was doing a bit the whole time. They were scared to come down. They're like, what? What?
Come down.
Whoa.
We asked him if he wanted us to send him fire ladders up, which no.
Fire ladders.
No, she's back in it.
Yeah.
She just screwed up with down, yeah.
Yeah.
Set up the fire ladders. He said no.
Fire ladders.
He'll take care of it.
Fire ladders up, which no. Majority of them don't.
Why is fire ladders
They
so
prefer to climb down themselves.
The majority of them don't. They want to climb down themselves.
Oh.
That's like a 31-year-old cop. So, yes, anyway, Eric, thank you for reminding me of that. Also,
Where's that at? That on YouTube?
Yes, YouTube. Yep. They have entire Cops episodes there. That is one of the Pittsburgh episodes. That is season 3. So the early days of Cops, that's 1991. It was on, the Pittsburgh episode. March 2, 1991.
I remember that first season of Cops. I was at my cousin's house, and it was electric. Like
You'd never seen anything like it.
We were so excited. I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and I didn't even really know what was going on. But all like my older cousins, my brothers, we all ran into, and I was like, "What are we watching?" They're like, "It's people getting arrested by cops."
Yeah,
like it's like real stuff, and it was. insane to us because there never been anything like that on television.
Yeah.
I got to come down out there.
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah, come on.
Fire ladder.
I always wonder when they were on those cop shows. I'm like, do they get a cut? Like, do they cut a deal from being on live television? Like, why? Because you have to consent, even though you're being arrested. Otherwise, they have to blur your face, right?
Yeah, and some people do have their faces blurred.
So, what is the incentive for them to give them consent to show their face?
You get to be on TV.
People really want to be on TV. I don't know.
Want to be filmed being arrested and fighting with cops and throwing up and all that stuff?
I don't think you care at that point. I mean, if you're on that show, what are you, a CEO of a company? Like, what reputation are you trying to protect?
One of the best episodes of My Name is Earl is where they show the episode of cops that they filmed in their fake town, and it's a lot of Earl and Randy and all the characters from the show, and every time they show it on a rerun, everybody gets all excited, and then they buy them beers.
Yeah,
and they're heroes.
You're a local hero because you're on television.
And I imagine that's not based on nothing. That's based on people being like, "Oh, hey, you're on Cops. You're on TV," because you weren't on TV. It's not. That was.
But do you get paid?
Insane. I don't know if you get paid.
No,
but
you're
I don't
not
think
getting paid.
You probably gotta get paid.
You're signing a waiver. Can we put your face on television? Yes or no?
In the midst of you wrestling with the cops, and you're like, sign this. Like, what if they're intoxicated? What if they're, not in the right mind or crazy? And you want to have them sign a waiver that they can, a consent form to be on national television?
It's not like they shoot it and then it goes right on television.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like months in advance. So
they probably got
when these people sober up, when everything gets, I don't know.
We'll put money on your bail or something.
I can't imagine there's any monetary payment put towards those people.
I've always thought about that.
Because then you get into a weird legal situation where you're like, well, are you incentivizing people to get on Cops?
Because I always wonder with like live PD, how long are they on a delay? Because there's been like some incidents where cops have gotten like, they've ran up on the wrong person and they've gotten like shot live. I was like, whoa.
Well, that's just the name of the show. It's not airing as they're shooting
I thought that was the whole point of the show.
I don't think so.
It was live.
I don't think so.
No. It was never live.
It's never live?
No.
Okay.
How could they put live programming of people getting arrested on?
Well,
That's
they
what it
can
was.
now. No, that you're thinking of live PD.
That's what
he said.
PD.
Live PD.
That was live.
It was live?
That's what I'm saying. Because
I don't even know if it was actually live or if it was presented as live, where they're jumping to different precincts.
There's no way.
I'm sure it was
sketchy stuff where like they have streamed. They're like, okay, tonight we're in. They did one in Akron, I remember, and then they were like, and we're gonna do one in Phoenix, and they would dip between the two cities, and like sometimes people would like get ran. The bad guy would get ran up on, and they start shooting, and then they're giving like commentary, like giving away the cops' location. They're like, and this officer's behind a car, and he's like, so this is what happens sometimes, and they're giving like a play-by-play. I'm like, bro, is it being on TV really that? Is it really worth it?
Yeah, for a lot of people. Because what else do they have? I mean, a lot of people, they got nothing going for them.
And they would either be in like Franklin County or they'd be in Akron. They were always in Franklin County, which is Columbus. I was like, damn, how many times are they going to shoot in Columbus?
Well, but not only that, but they've also, on the disclaimer of Cops is they would kind of do this tertiary kind of, all suspects are presumed innocent, when they're jamming these people's faces into the asphalt or whatever. So this says live PD had about a minute or so delay.
okay.
So that's pretty live.
So they have people all in different counties, so there's always something going on.
And I'm reading about cops, and people weren't compensated. The cops weren't compensated. The people that were arrested weren't compensated. They just wanted to be on TV. So they would follow they'd get arrested, and then a producer would go there and explain to them, hey, if you want to be on Cops, sign this release. And they'll go, okay.
Yeah, but for a live show, I think you'd run into a lot of trouble with people who are like...
That's what I'm talking about. You don't have consent to use me.
Well, you have to.
And then
there has to be some kind of consent. What I'm saying is, if it's a live telecast where they get you in the middle of something and
Your
people
information.
watching. Well, like, what if your boss is watching?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
He's like,
understand.
bro, that's not what it was. Blah blah blah.
You don't have to be a CEO, but like if you got a job that you want to go back to, and all of a sudden your boss is at home with his family watching live PD.
Bill, did you pull a knife on your wife?
Someone getting a DUI. That's even
Rough weekend, Frank. I saw you on live PD.
That would be crazy walking into.
Everybody, no one can be on television unless they consent. You have to consent to use someone's face on TV.
So I wonder what happened.
I don't know. Let me give you this money here. It's $1,000. Maybe you'll need it for bail this weekend. It's $1,000 from the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Tased and Confused is the single greatest episode in the Cops franchise, somebody says.
That's a great name.
They should have lured Charles down with some chip chop ham.
I guess there's a podcast too called Running from the Cops, and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff of those shows that they don't talk about.
On Patrol is a live cop show, somebody said too. But again, they invariably will run into problems, and so they get canceled. But I remember at the time, he goes, because remember after the George Floyd thing, all these stations made a big show about how, like, we're going to stop producing cops, blah, blah, blah. But those are huge moneymakers. Like Live PD was like the #1 show on A&E or wherever it aired.
Mm-hmm.
What they didn't tell you is that Cops was still being produced for other countries. They were still beaming it out. But, they took the summer off or whatever. But again, if you're running the network, those are massively popular shows.
And they're money makers because you don't have to pay anybody except for the people operating the equipment.
Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
So the whole live PD thing, when it was shot in Akron, a buddy of mine, he used to, get weed from one of his coworkers, and his coworker would get it from his uncle. And so one day, my friend forwarded me I don't know if it's a link or YouTube or whatever, the live PD, and it was actually the guy's uncle that got pulled over by live PD. And all they were trying to talk to him about is his headlight was out. You're saying, okay, yeah, here, just get your headlight fixed. And he starts in with the cops like, I don't need this. I really don't need this and all this. He's arguing with the cops over a headlight warning, right?
Right.
And then one of the cops peeks in the passenger's side window and sees a pound of weed sitting right there on the seat.
Man, put it in a grocery bag or something.
Yeah, on the front seat. Well, listen, a lot of people out there, criminals aren't geniuses. Not everybody's De Niro in Heat.
I mean, but honestly, the cops even at one point is just like, sir, sir, it's simple. Just go ahead, get it replaced, and then that's right. I forgot one detail just because it's kind of coming back to me. He had a CCW, and that's what it was. That's when the cops started poking more because he had a CCW, and they were like, hey, you really need to tell us that you didn't say anything about it, And that's when they started looking in the car, and that's when they peeked through the window and saw the pound sitting there. And he did have a gun, so he must have gotten a gun charge and a dope charge.
Right. 2 for 1, yeah. Okay, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Alan. I do watch the On Patrol Live a lot, and I've seen some episodes where people said, we don't want to be filmed. And they said, you're in a documentary and you're in public, so we can film you.
Oh, that's the loophole because
there you go.
They can't expect privacy.
Yeah. Correct. And they almost never go into the house. When someone goes in, they do tend to stay outside of the house until something comes back, until they come back out.
I see. Yeah, okay, good. All right, thank you, Mike. Hey, Eric.
That seems illegal.
Hey, Alan, what's up?
What's going on?
Not too much. You guys are talking about cops. I don't know if has anybody ever seen Court Cam? I think it's on Peacock or Hulu or something like that.
Oh, that's not the Kardashian sister?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's even wilder. Like, these people are getting ready to be sentenced, and they flip out in the courtroom, and like even the judges rip off the robe and start chasing these people as they try to escape.
Oh my goodness!
I like that all. By the way, I like that all these shows are on the A&E network, which still stands for Arts and Entertainment. I guess they're focusing on the latter rather
Art
than the
is
former.
subjective.
That's true. I mean,
It made you
sometimes
feel
gotta,
something, didn't it?
Yeah,
It's art,
you
baby.
sometimes you got to squeeze between two naked people, and other time you watch a guy flip out in court.
I was gonna say TLC has 600-pound life. I'm like,
Yeah, the learning channel.
That is the learning channel. You're learning what not to do with your life.
and Hoarders,
Yeah.
or is that A&E?
A&E, yeah.
Yeah.
Intervention, Hoarders, all A&E.
The Little People, Big World.
Yeah. That's TLC. Alan, I Googled live DP to see what you guys are talking about. This footage I'm watching does not match.
They definitely signed waivers.
They definitely consented to that.
They consented.
I would be so embarrassed. Could you imagine? Like, sir, you got an out headlight. Like, my bad. You can see me on live PD and start crying. Guys, please, please. I'm gay and I'm black. Please don't shoot me, please.
I'm gay and I'm black, and I would like to get a job.
Guys.
You would try and have like a hide your kids, hide your wife moment, I feel like.
I try and go viral.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, you're pulling me over? Okay. All right. Am I getting arrested? Damn. They should make more cops look like you. I have seen a lot of hot cops.
Where's your nightstick, big boy?
Oh my God. Take me in.
And ran to help.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here.
The attacker got
I thought it was going to be the song.
Obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Homeboy. We got your t-shirts in the left hand.
You are so dumb.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
The man got away, leaving behind evidence.
Oh, the Bed Intruder song. Remember that?
This is a classic.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. You are so dumb.
Arguably the most popular one.
Antoine Dodson.
The one that got it all
Love
going.
that guy. And then he got his glow up, right?
Yeah.
Like he took off the do-rag.
Got a perm.
Oh, God. He had a big look. No, he straightened his hair. He started looking like Andre 3000 for a
Well,
minute
when
there.
black people get a perm, Alan,
It's
their
a
hair is straight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yes, darling.
All right.
It's not your fault.
I didn't date any black girls with straight hair.
Yeah, well, when black people get a perm, it makes their hair straight. When white people, it gets curly.
They still call it a perm?
Yeah.
I mean, there's, I guess.
That's short for permanent wave.
I guess it depends on what type
Well,
of
it's a
perm you
permanent.
get.
Well, yeah, you can get
Because
a permanent wave. You get a permanent.
But there's stuff called
it's like a
straightener in the store.
Yeah, but it,
I think they still call it a perm because Pinky, he had a perm and his was like a long curly fro. Do you remember Pinky from Friday
yeah.
or next?
I just
Friday?
always think of the beginning of Malcolm X.
Huh. Hot comb?
Yeah.
All right.
Hot comb. Yeah.
I thought you'd go to the store and buy straightener. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. You'd know.
Well, I mean, they could
You're
call it
black.
straightener. They've always told me that they got a perm and their hair was straight. So
Well, two things can be true.
maybe a shorthand for straightener, and they just call it a perm. But I always thought if you have like thicker hair, when you get a perm, it's straight.
They couldn't anybody shorten it to P, like when my girlfriend would say, I got a big old fat P. She wasn't talking about it. Is that what she was talking about? Now it all makes sense. Oh, damn it. Hey, I got a break here. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down is straight ahead of you. That's how we start the weekend around here. 35192 to send me a text, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. At the